Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new series that I'm starting on Awakening of the Rebellion. This is actually the public version that's currently out live on the Steam Workshop. Gonna be kind of doing a retrospective Let's Play because we're in the middle of developing the next release and just wanted to kind of take a step back and look at what we've accomplished since the last time I've done a series, and what's out there right now for that you guys are playing, sort of critique our own work. I say "our" because these days it's so much more than just me, like it used to be in the last Let's Play series. Our team size has grown a substantial amount, probably around 8 or 9 people at this point, on and off, developing Awakening of the Rebellion. But I just want to say hello, and it's good to be back. I've thought a lot about
mission log updated.
How I wanted to start a next series, if I even wanted to start one, but it's been a long time since I've sat down and just kind of been able to share, what I'm thinking and what I'm playing and how my life's been going and this whole mod situation and stuff. So we're gonna jump right into this gameplay and see where this thing goes, man. Good old AOTR. The last time we've seen this thing, it was the web. This time in 2.7, we have a whole new galaxy structure, layout. A whole bunch of things have changed. We got some crazy tech. We accrued a whole bunch of cool
mission log updated.
people. I guess, gosh, since the last set of videos, it was just me and Steiner, right? I think Steiner came in at the end when we started working on the mod, and since 2.6 came out, we've had a whole bunch of people come and go, and now we have Sly, Wolf, Maxim, who of course designed this galaxy, and that's how he started on the team. And of course he's become a crazy coder. Sly's been going ham with infantry,
soldiers.
Steiner's just always been doing Steiner stuff. Now we have President, who's been designing and making sounds. Masa's been around a long time now, making
Enlisting
wikis and all sorts of stuff. Koriak joined, and even for this version that's in the public, he did a whole bunch of stuff like corruption and
unit in production. Unit cancelled.
what was it? Unit upgrades during tactical battles.
Unit in production.
Obviously, I can't hit every single thing everybody's done, right?
Moving to destination.
But it's just crazy. It's just crazy to see how many people have just, contributed to this
Moving
project.
into position.
It's insane. We got more than 3 factions running with AI and all sorts of tech, and we'll get through it. But as we play through this series, we'll talk about, what's been added and the stories behind all this, because honestly, it's been so long that I don't even know if I remember all the context behind a lot of this stuff.
Building under construction.
Yeah, we're playing Rebels. You notice there was a couple pop-ups for mission briefings and stuff where we kind of consolidated and made a little bit user-friendly. So I think the goal right now, at least, kind of when you start as the Rebellion in this galaxy, it's a little different than the web. And spoiler alert, I guess the web's coming back soon.
Tactical
But
battle.
we're gonna be able to support both galaxy types because we have fans of both. But we really wanted to bring the web back. I think 2.7 was kind of the experiment of what does AOTR play with a different galaxy, and it's been really cool. but we also want to bring back the nostalgia factor. So here I'm trying to take a neutral planet, see if I could snipe it, but the Black Sun are waiting. One of the cool new ships, Rebel 1, voiced by Maxim himself. Probably hear him. So the Black Sun fleet's just
squadron reporting.
It's no match. Reporting. I mean, like, we're no match for that fleet. So we're probably just gonna dip. And yeah, it's
standing by.
The gameplay has just evolved in so many ways.
Enemy forces ahead.
Everything looks so different to me. And what's funny is I'm recording this as we're, you know, developing the version after what you guys are seeing. So I'm already like seeing like, oh man, like this is still old, and I get to play through it, and you know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, they got a pretty sizable fleet. Their fighters are insane. They have a really good amount of fighters here, so we're just gonna dip. So no losses, thankfully, but we got this ground invasion coming in too. We kind of overstepped our boundaries, so we're gonna have to recall this back
Tactical
to,
battle
unfortunately. Yeah, Ithor is an interesting setup. There's a couple planets in this Galactic Conquest, and I really like this concept where they just straight up start neutral. It's causes cool things like this to happen where you have no idea who's going to have it in the beginning, and you know, you could let it fall. You could try and fight for it. Here, in this case, Ithor...
Frigate reporting.
It's too much...
Frigate here.
Ithor is kind of an interesting planet. The reason we kept it neutral is because it's like right smack in the middle between the core and the outer rim, and 3 factions border it. And so it's like really interesting.
Lander ready.
Because it's anybody's planet, but you have to be willing to scrap this out, but it's not...
Preparing for jump to light speed.
Worth it. Like, Ithor itself doesn't provide... It's kind of like an intersection, but with ground. Is how I describe Ithor. It doesn't really get you anything. So, risking troops over this planet. You could see that, though, that if the Black Sun do take it, which they will, I mean, they have, they're going to be able to connect Mandalore plus Ord Mantell, which is pretty big. That's a big combined arms fleet that can hit you basically anywhere here.
Constructing.
I know a lot of people have had problems.
Moving out. Reporting.
Design-wise, it's really hard to balance 3 factions, let alone the extra 3 that we added, which are kind of on the sidelines. But it's really hard to balance 3 factions and make them all distinct. So Black Sun always has this problem of being overpowered. They always end up being overpowered somehow. Like, yeah, here we go again.
Approaching.
That fleet's crazy too. They just pulled everything from the Tatooine sector and just said, time to take Utapau. And so here we are. Oh man, the old Rebel stations, well, old now, still current. It's crazy. It's
ready
just,
for action.
Wow. So here's an example of the
space station
upgrades that Cormac actually did, which is really cool because I don't think any other mod does this. So you actually have to, if you notice the description,
in progress.
You have a bonus and then you have a malus. So it's a trade-off. In this case, the engine speed gets you 10% increased speed, but 5% less sensor range. So there's always a trade-off.
Target those lasers.
You have to think about what your strategy is in space combat when you're buying those things, versus it just being like, oh, I'm just gonna buy everything because I have cash and, you know, whatever. 10% boost to everything, really, you know. You have to actually think, because if you're buying speed, you're gonna sacrifice something else. In this case, sensor range, but I don't think we care because they're already like right in our face.
I should be there any moment now.
And yeah, the Black Sun has a bunch of really cool units.
Take down
the kind of thing we've been trying to do with them is get them to feel a little bit more like a Zerg faction. It's really hard. I don't know why, but
The laser
gonna
bank is your primary
challenge to
target.
balance them the way we really want
Primary
them
target is the shield
to be
generator.
balanced.
Calling for me, sir.
Yeah, we have quality fighters, but they
Our
just have
space
numbers.
station is under attack.
Roger that.
We're just trying to
Take
pop
down those
one shield
shields.
generator worth of
Primary target is the shield generator.
And available. Primary target
magnificent.
acquired.
They got a cool little Gazanti too. I don't. Yeah, I guess the Gazanti beat you. I'm trying to think like what 2.7 was so much farther in the process than 2.6 finalized was. So as far as this is like, this is brand new mod. Like there's nothing. 2.6 is like,
Decoding transmission.
God, when did that even come out?
Open fire.
I don't remember. I'd have to go and look back at when 2.6 came out. But yeah, they smoked this station, so we're gonna get out of here.
Keep your eyes open. We've lost the laser battery.
To hyperspace.
I think the biggest change, like, that has made the biggest impact is AI, and we went through and we just like gutted the AI for, in this version it's just galactic and space,
Reporting.
but currently we're
Tactical
working
battle
on
imminent.
like a ground rework, so ground AI is going to get adjusted too, but I think changing how the AI, like, they all actually feel like they're going towards an objective, it makes this game so much harder, and which makes me think like, you know, the vanilla version of
Ready for action.
Reinforcements
Empire War could have been
en
so much
route.
better if the AI was just kind of adjusted
Upgrade
better,
in progress.
designed better.
Frigate reporting.
It's a good system. Like, the
Upgrade
programmers
cancelled.
put in a great system.
Standing by.
I feel like
Station
it wasn't
ready.
utilized to full potential.
Took the cheap option, huh?
Here's some T-Wings, and they're cool. I've always liked T-Wings. They get a bad rap, but they're pretty
Copy.
expendable.
En route. You get what you pay
It's a
for,
unique
sir.
type of ship. It's like,
Orbital
Yes,
command available.
Armed and ready.
Upgrade
IPV
complete.
reporting.
increased speed,
I
but
copy.
torps.
There
It's
they
like,
are.
I don't
Y-wing
think
here.
any ship really
After
has that
command.
option.
Reporting.
X-wings have
Our
S-foils, but it's
space
not the
station
same.
is
Order
under
received.
attack.
I'm pretty sure S-foils are slower
Flight
than
systems
the
engaged. Yes, sir.
engine boost is. Engine boost lasts a short amount of
Good as
time,
gone.
but it's really fast. Versus X-wing
Fire on their shield
S-foils
generator. Warm
are
up. On my way.
a little faster, but you can keep them on
Yes,
all the
Commander.
time. So we just took out that dread. That
Awaiting
dreadnought's
orders.
going in,
Responding.
unshielded.
Take down those
Use
shields.
the bombers.
Copy.
The Empire is a completely different
I
beast to
copy.
fight. They're more. You have to worry more about their ships than you do their fighters.
Receiving message.
I feel like Black Sun just kind of
Locking on
overwhelms you. Their fighters, and that's what allows
Heavy frigate here.
their ships to come in and actually
Decoding
do something.
transmission.
But with the Empire,
Reporting.
you got to worry about their
Primary
ships.
target is the shield
You know, like,
generator.
and their fighters are just going to distract your fighters.
Yes, sir.
They're not good. They're just going to waste your time. If you notice here, this dogfight, just a massive swarm of TIEs, V-wings even, because they got Venators. Yeah, they do. Some Venators over there.
Yes, Commander.
You see, I bought engines here too, because usually if I know I'm going to run, I'm going to buy engines just in case I need to get away quicker.
Ready.
You know, if they kind of overwhelm me and I have to move away a little bit, safe distance. I usually buy engines if I know like the odds are stacked against me. So. And I really don't spend. Yeah, I don't go full engines. That's the thing about the upgrades. So, the more you go down one track, the more you sacrifice of another stat, right? So your sensor ranges and firing range, I think that's a trade-off for engines, is
Calculating
super
jump to
bad.
light speed.
But you're going to be fast. You can also buy every level. So if you bought all the level 1s, you do end up on top, but it's not as good of a bonus. So if you buy, like, if you want damage, but you buy all of them, you won't get as much damage because the shielding will
Mission log
take away
updated.
some of that damage. So it's like either you can you can buy all of them and be better all around, or you can
Construction
focus
complete.
I'll handle
towards
that.
one area but sacrifice another area. It's just, I really like it. We're gonna add that for ground upgrades too.
Tactical battle imminent.
Black Sun took intersection 3 here, which is weird. It's an interesting planet to go for, I guess. We're gonna attack Kali with the Mon Cal fleet plus Dodonna and Kal Katarn, who's gonna lead us in. It's Kali's one of those planets that I kind of like to
Kyle
get out of the
Katarn
way
at your
really
service.
quickly, because then it's good, and you don't have to worry about a planet in the back. Like, gets you some cash, I guess. I don't know. I just overload this as quick as
Choose your
possible,
reinforcements.
and
Coming around.
I guess that's what I really. I don't
General
like
Dodonna
about
moving out.
The enemy is
okay,
approaching.
so personally, I'm definitely more of a fan of the web GC.
On my way.
This GC is
Moving out.
like,
Right away. Heading out.
it's really cool. I feel
On
like
my way.
I've played it so many times though as a developer that it's gotten stale, and I figured out the opening move is always the
We'll
same.
lead
You know,
the
so it's just
alliance
like
to victory. Jan Dodonna, sir.
just gotta get it over with because I know it's the best strat. I do want to try and
A-wing
figure out a way to
Sir?
go a little more varied. I think the solution is to
I'm
just
here.
get more GCs, more variation in the game. We do have the random campaign, which has the same planets, but you could start anywhere, and I like that. I might actually do a series with random, like a different faction. Like we'll play like Black Sun random or something,
Standing by.
because I really like the
Donna
concept
here.
of random,
Cruiser responding.
which is another really cool.
Open fire
story
on both
thing.
laser cannons.
This is
we've
General
added.
Dodonna.
What's wrong?
Dodonna reporting in.
Yeah, we're just absolutely slaying them here. There's not much they could do.
We'll lead the alliance to
We
victory.
have the firepower, and
Jan
they
Dodonna,
don't.
sir.
Ready to
We have a bunch of A-Wings from Dodonna, plus the MC-80 now gets a 1 A-Wing squadron as a loadout. Actually, so the fighter squadrons that come out of the hangar bays are actually flights, which are half squadrons. That was to balance out the ships you get
I'm here.
from hangars versus buying
I'll
a
handle
full
that.
set of fighters.
Reporting in.
You buy a full set of fighters, you get the full 6.
Moving out. Roger that.
And if it comes out of hangar, you get 3.
Transport ready.
It's kind of a cool way to balance like infinite. The fact that like the ship survives, you keep getting fighters, but they're just not as strong. You just don't get as much.
Donna here.
Doesn't apply to the Empire though. The Empire full swarm every time
Katarn,
because you
at your
can't
service.
really purchase the basic fighters, the TIE fighters, separately. Ones that you can purchase separately, you do follow those rules. So if you upgrade a Star Destroyer to get a TIE
This
Avenger,
is General Dodonna.
it will be a half TIE. It will be a flight of TIE Avengers, so
Underway.
3 TIE Avengers versus the 6. But TIE
got them on the
Fighters,
run.
We
full
are
squadron every time
victorious.
because this is the way the Empire rolls. They just have them in
Donna
racks and they
reporting
deploy
in.
them. Spam them. All right, quick battle. Took out their station. Nothing much there. I'm gonna assemble
Reporting.
all the ground units from the local sector and wait for the Seraph. And there we go.
T2B over.
Off we go.
Heading to coordinates.
Construction complete.
Gonna skip the cutscenes because
Planetary control achieved.
but what's going on here? I guess they tried to raid at the same time that I tried to take Bespin, so I think yeah, I guess so. We're gonna have to defend this.
Your
We
presence.
got a Lando.
only
Lando finally became a
inspires
land
awe.
unit.
Gargantuan ready.
2.6,
Moving
Lando
ahead.
was just like a governor, but he's still a governor. But there he is.
I'm much handier.
It's
in a
Lando.
ship.
We've secured a
He
build
just
pad.
exists.
Something
you know,
I
he's
can
a-
do?
He's a dude. Not really sure like how important he is. I don't feel like I'd use him in combat, but at least you can kind of see him. And Garmbelbus, of course, is still rocking his
Say the word.
crazy platform.
The enemy has been
Garmbel
spotted.
Iblis here.
So they're here. They have IG,
Adjusting course.
Guri, and Boba.
On the move. Received.
I don't think they'll be able to take this, especially considering we have this giant battle station and he's just IG. Yeah.
They're falling back.
I read you.
That's not gonna happen, guys.
Proceeding.
So, sucks to suck, but the suck was killed. IG-88.
Welcome, I'm
Hello,
Lando
Lando.
Calrissian. I'm the administrator of this
Pleased to
facility.
meet your acquaintance.
Building under construction.
So Bespin's a good early planet to take, because Bespin is just a shitload
Tactical
of
battle
credits coming
imminent.
in. And we're getting invaded at Manan by Vader himself. Plus his legion of stormtroopers and walkers. This map actually no longer exists. Maxim has made a better Manan.
Of course. I'll follow your lead.
A much better Manan. Land combat in general. I might just dedicate an entire episode to discussing land combat. I might just do a, like,
We've secured a
an off
build
video, in fact, of like
reporting.
the land combat update that we're doing, because we're crazy. Like we're gonna do it. We're redoing ground,
We've secured
and
a
it's
build
pretty
path.
massive.
Pushing forward.
Nothing like ground change,
Turret
groundbreaking. The
constructed.
general
Take
rules still
cover.
apply, but it just feels so
Waiting
much
your
better. Plays a lot more like space.
Spread out, men. I'm here,
That
sir.
was kind of the. I guess that's the goal. If I were to summarize
Heading to coordinates.
what we're doing in ground combat, making it play more like
Construction
space,
Follow your lead.
because we all know space is great.
Target acquired.
Vader's coming in,
Assault in
and
progress.
I
I'll follow
think
your
we
lead.
overwhelm him a little bit on the lasers department.
Enemy sighted.
Oh, Jedis have a whole different role too in the new ground combat situation. It's totally wild. All the infantry was changed too. It's just like, yeah, there's just a bunch. They got a bunch of ATSTs here. But, meh. They're not as scary as they are now in this version. Oh man, one of the coolest units, in my opinion,
Waiting word right behind you.
added
Hit him hard.
is the V-25. There's actually other vehicles are getting reworked. Like I keep saying that everything's gonna get reworked in ground combat because it did. I've always liked the V-25.
Engaging enemy.
I'm actually amazed
Guarding
that
the rear.
Destroyed.
Moving out.
took
We can
until
cover you.
2.7, I think, to get the V-25 because it's such a cool unit from the original Battlefront. This is like you could see the early see the evolution of Rebel tanks. I guess armored speeders. They start off as armored speeders. Oh, Vader's down.
We've secured a build
The V-25 is like,
destroyed.
it's got those two anti-vehicle rockets, and that's really like the only thing going for it.
Unit destroyed.
Early, like Rebels early on, just
Copy. Support ready. Acknowledged.
repurpose speeders, just strap rockets on them.
Ready for orders.
The T-1B is like the only like proper tank the Rebels have at the moment, and even that was just not that great.
Roger that.
Yeah, the ATDP's in here. Oh man, there's just so much
Unit destroyed.
stuff.
Providing backup.
ATDP's like the equivalent of the V-25 on the Imperial side before they get ATSTs.
Will do.
It's their first like evolution of walkers.
Unit destroyed.
Yeah, I feel like all the setup is here for great ground combat. You just have to tune it correctly and design it properly. A lot of this stuff's going to remain. We're just gonna pull back because those ATSTs are chewing us, and we need to like regroup here. But now it also heals your infantry, so it's better to kind of take a break from
We've
the
lost a
fight,
build pad.
get some of that health back.
Spread out, men.
Oh man, ATSTs, they keep coming in. There's so many of them, it's endless.
I'll take it out. Acknowledge.
It is really endless, isn't it? Just another wave coming in. But we have that V-25, and it's gonna... And all our infantry has rocket launchers, so...
I'll take it out. Ready to
We're okay. We're okay.
Targeting for the Alliance.
Famous last words, but... Another... Oh, the grenade launcher. That has to be the coolest thing.
Combat speeder reporting for duty. I'll take it
I
out.
don't even remember, did the original ATST have grenades? I think it did.
Moving
But I honestly don't remember anymore. I know the upgraded always had the missiles in the old AOTRs, but I don't remember where the grenade launchers came
We've
in.
secured a build
If that
pad.
was always there, or if they just... I guess they might have always been there, they just weren't...
Acknowledge.
An ability, maybe? Or they weren't utilized that well? It's really cool, because like, the level 1... Oh man, we're just sniping them. That's what's good about the V-25. Look at that. Just
Right behind you. Take it out.
pure armor denial, and we
The
got the
enemy
win
has been
because of the
defeated.
MVP V-25. The V-25 survived, but the T-1B took the hit, which is good. That's what you want to happen. You want the T-1B to absorb the damage. It's got the shield. You want the V-25 to stay back and rocket artillery tanks. Oh yeah, Onderon is cool.
Enlisting soldiers.
Cool ability.
Training troops.
Discount rebel troops because Onderon... what's
Invasion
the story behind that? I
commencing.
forget. There's some rebel militia, so rebels are cheaper to recruit. Kali is... This is a cool ground map that you never get to see.
What?
Because
What's wrong?
Kali's stuck in the corner and you barely ever fight it. But, this is a
Choose
cool ground
your
map. This is more
reinforcements.
what we're going
Affirmative.
for in terms of style of ground maps. In the future, kind of more open,
Sir, our field commander has
less
landed.
choke pointy,
Course
less
plotted.
terrain.
Right away. Heading out, sir. Right away.
Oh, and the aircraft too, man. Oh,
C-95
so hard to balance aircraft, but I'm pretty sure we nerfed the hell out of
We've got
aircraft
'em.
in the latest
Send
patch for this
reinforcements.
because of this exact thing I'm about to do in this battle is just absolutely stomp on them because they don't have anything to stop you.
What?
To be fair, though,
Let's go.
part of the problem here is the Black Sun doesn't have a dedicated AA unit.
C-95 here.
They have to rely on their turrets, and that's going to change too. So I feel like there's... Well, I mean, like, they could... Yeah, they need to buy their own aircraft, basically, to combat aircraft. It's not good.
One on your tail.
Cover our back.
You know, it just kind of promotes, oh yeah, send in aircraft and beat Black Sun gameplay. But you can see that the aircraft has been nerfed in terms of health. Like, that Z95's already, like, shields are almost down. I mean, they only have one outpost here. It's not like they have the craziest defense. But
We're going in
aircraft should kind of dominate this battle.
What's
Our
wrong?
rebel army is moving up. We've
Good
got
idea.
Kyle, the ground commander,
Sir? I copy.
some
I'll be right there.
T1Bs and some Seraphs.
Kyle Katarn at your service.
Turret constructing.
Pretty overall good attack force
C-95
for
standing by.
taking out an
We're
outpost.
going in full throttle.
Our aircraft sweeping through and taking care of the tanks, so kind
Reporting
of
in.
sniping some of the infantry
Right.
as
What's wrong?
we push forward,
Cover
making
our
them
back.
kind of disorganized.
Support order acknowledged. C-95 here.
Aircraft's
Over.
so accurate too. Man.
Construction complete.
Oh, Grenadiers.
What? Will do.
Prepare to assist.
It's crazy.
Be right there.
Oh, they're in the bushes.
Too
Bunch of
easy.
pirates in the bushes.
Right behind you.
Hanging out.
Let's go.
I don't know who... Oh, I guess the infiltrators are healing our infantry, which is kind of cool. Oh no! Black Sun rocket turret.
You should burn.
That almost killed our Seraph. I like how that didn't kill our Seraph.
Let's go.
Come on, man.
Speeder with a gun on it.
Support fire
A
ready.
bunch of rockets that just incinerate it.
Yes.
Our aircraft's still doing work. Our Z-95 is just chilling out here, so
Send me on my way.
our infantry's lagging
I copy.
behind, but
Ready to roll. Got it. Ready to assist.
What's wrong?
you know, all this time we still haven't put
me a
weapons
target.
on buildings.
It's up
I just...
Kyle Katarn
It's such a
at
week
your
at this
service.
point. I'm gonna sit down probably this weekend or
What?
next weekend and just hammer them out.
man.
But yeah,
Cover our back.
I guess we got
They're
this.
falling
You're
back.
joking,
Easy
right?
win. Yeah, it's a shame. I've been out of the just man. Like, I don't like to give excuses with like I really
System
like
control
wish
achieved. Building
I
started.
continued. I like Let's Plays in YouTube early on, like back when things were
Orders
going
confirmed.
smooth. Like my life took a
Conduction has been
hard
removed.
right, and I literally moved to a completely different like state,
Enlisting
started
troops.
work, and had to stop just due to like just a time, and all my remaining energy was just spent on you know, pushing this mod along to release, and we're still doing it, and it's been a
Tactical
crazy
battle
ride.
imminent.
They're attacking us on Utapau, which is funny. I feel like I can do this pretty well. I mean, we got a ground commander. I should be able to do it, right? It's doable. Utapau and Sluis Von are out here in the middle, disconnected rebel territory, so it's like, you hold out as long as you can, but don't invest much credits into this. Like, it's better to
I'm going in.
focus your
Speeder ready. Moving in. Awaiting
Like-
your instructions.
credits,
Roger that.
resources on something.
Moving
I wanted to
out.
actually show you something funny. Somebody pointed this out. Death Star prop is being used here.
We've secured a
A mini
build
Death
pad.
Star is just sitting there, disguised as a little thing here on
We've
Utapau.
secured a build
Just
pad.
funny.
We've secured
I never
a build
noticed that,
pad.
but someone, I think, pointed it out in our Discord. Speaking of our Discord, that's something we didn't have back in 2.6.
Turret
Last Let's Play era.
constructing.
Discord.
Form up.
Go down to the description.
Turret
There's a Discord
constructing.
for Awakening of the Rebellion. Come meet the team. Come
Awaiting
chat.
your orders.
I mean, I'm sure most of you are already
C-95
there if
standing
you're
by.
watching me. But
Form
any
up.
people who haven't,
Awaiting
just
orders.
go hang out.
Yes,
Post a bunch of progress there for
Combat speeder stands by.
latest
Construction
AOTR
complete.
releases and what we're doing.
Construction
Commander.
complete.
I'll be posting this video there too,
Inbound.
anyways. So, come join the community.
Receiving.
Always fun.
Copy.
Always a good laugh.
Moving to coordinates. Keep your eyes open for those fighters. I await your instructions.
We've secured a build pad.
We are gonna
Can we
just
aid you?
try
Awaiting orders. We are prepared.
and hold out.
Proceeding with caution.
Built a bunch of turrets, but we're
I copy.
actually out of money. So I wanted to build some more turrets, but actually not being able to build turrets might screw us over in this battle, because turrets are... Right now, turrets are the epitome of ground combat cheese. They're so cheap in this version, and they do so much damage.
Yes, sir.
Like, it's unbelievable.
Your orders.
And it's one of those things that the AI never the AI just can't calculate it, because, you know, the way AI decides how much shit to send to attack your planet, it's based on how much stuff you have stationed on said planet.
Watch for enemy fighters.
But turrets don't exist.
Over.
So, I don't think they, like, they don't understand the concept of, hey, this map, like, the enemy can build, like,
Combat speeder stands by.
30 turrets, and that's gonna, you know, they need 30 extra units to make up for that. For all the units killed by turrets, you know? So, it's like, I think that's basically why we removed those guns from space, is because we're like, well, you know, why would you do that? So, but we haven't really removed the ground ones.
Yes, sir. Ground target locked.
Maybe it's time to reduce them, or
Ready
them.
for attack.
But it's pretty easy to take them out. It's just the AI is really stupid on ground still, so we have to fix the ground AI. In this version, like, I think we did some work, but it isn't like a complete overhaul like Space and Galactic was.
Picking up signals.
Oh, we didn't kill that.
Moving out.
That's
reading.
great.
Weapons online.
Man, Rebel air power. Just go out there and kill us some pirates. If we keep doing hit and run strikes, we should be okay, but actually the shield recharge on the fighters is really slow
Men, prepare
in
for
order to balance.
On our way,
So it's like they will run out eventually.
Yes,
and oh my Jesus! Oh my!
yes, Commander.
Droidicas!
Destroyed.
The Droidicas!
Proceed.
They're just absolutely devastate. Air
I
and
await your instructions. Ready for orders. Squadron.
and
move
infantry is just, oh my god.
Copy. Reporting
What
in.
have we done? I didn't even know that that's so unbalanced. That seems pretty
Unit
Right
unbalanced.
away.
destroyed.
Yes, Commander.
Oh, Droidicas die pretty quick.
Yes, sir. Take
That's
cover.
a-
Reporting in.
Straight up glass
Your
cannon
orders.
unit.
Move out.
I say that as
Keep
they
our eyes
are
open.
not dying.
Get in formation now. Affirmative. Destination is acknowledged.
Yeah,
Ready for
that's
command.
pretty crazy. We're getting owned by a
Moving
bunch
out.
of Droidicas. Now I understand
Unit
why people have been saying,
destroyed.
like,
Combat speeder.
Droidicas are good.
Unit
This is a problem with,
destroyed.
like, I haven't... No, we went from...
Destroyed.
Awaiting your orders.
I think there was a couple of 2.7 releases. Like, there was 2.7.1,
Unit
2.2,
Yes,
0.3.
Commander.
I think we're on 0.4 now.
I am en route. We'll assist
I think. Or no,
I copy.
maybe the sub version. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, there was a bunch of hotfixes to the public version. And,
Spread out, men.
not really hotfixes, just like really quick updates that we had done.
Unit destroyed.
And, you know, as a team, we haven't even, we're just getting wrecked. We're getting smoked. Our air combat, we're gone.
Unit destroyed.
They brought an air late, which was smart as hell. And they have a missile platform, artillery. They waited for our air to die before they brought in their
Your
air.
orders.
That is crazy.
Men.
Oh, and a bomber strike. Oh, yeah.
Unit
Super fighters actually do bomber strikes now. Isn't that cool?
destroyed.
Combat speeder stands by.
So much cool shit that, like, has changed since 2.6. Look at that bombing run effect, too. Like, that's just nice.
Receiving.
Smoke. Oh, maybe we can... V-25? Nope. Nope.
I'll take it out.
Unit
All we're left with is just
destroyed.
the remainder of a base. I think they're gonna... I think they're gonna take this from us. Oh, and there's still Droidicas left. Great. Solid, and B2's... The Droid Empire's rising again. Fantastic. Yeah, that's that.
We have been defeated.
I forgot what I was even saying anymore. I was talking about something, but... We lost Utapau. That's what we're talking about.
Lost.
The units, yeah, so Sluice Vaughn is just, we're just gonna ignore that. Well, we'll just retreat whenever they attack us. Manan we held. It's pretty cool. Manan we held. So, I think that's gonna be it for this episode, so hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm glad to be back.